Hey, all you cool cats and kittens out there. Today, we're going to just discuss this thing called dimensioning. So, dimensioning is putting measurements. We've seen this with the air car, but how do we add it to our drawings? And that's really sort of our purpose today. Can I? And what are the rules? Those are conventions. What are the rules for dimensioning? So we'll go ahead and move to our next slide here. Here it is written all down, lots of stuff. I am not going to go over them now. I'll go over them at the end of what we are doing. So quickly, this here is our correct dimensioning. Everything looks really good in it. All dimensions are here. There are no duplicates. The hidden line is not dimensioned. All dimension lines are outside of the object. The extension lines do not touch or cross the object, and the extension lines and dimension lines do not cross each other. Here's the hidden line. There is no measurement for it. The measurement for it actually is over here. We don't actually do the hidden line. The right view normally shows us the height of the object. So normally this shows us the height. The front sort of gives us the width or the length. It depends on which way you're looking at it, but the width. Now, there are a couple of heights on here just because they don't show up real well here. In the top, since we're looking from the top, this isn't the height. This is actually the depth, how deep it goes. So that right there is depth. So pretty much height, width, and depth. I'm going to refer to this several times, at least this picture, as we're going through things, because we're going to look at a bunch of wrong pictures. So here you go. What's wrong with this picture? Well, it looks really busy. There's so many numbers, and that's because we have duplicate dimensions. So this is incorrect because of duplicate dimensions. Right here, I already told you that this is sort of the width. Here we get from here to here, 0.75. From here to here, 1.5. From here to here, all the way across is 2. There's no need to put them back up here. No need. I spy this is already here, the height of the object. We don't need to redo the height. The height's here. Right over here, I wouldn't say that this is wrong, but actually we can see it and visualize it better on the front view. So that's kind of why they have that there. I could debate that this would be fine either way. So again, here is the clean one, looking good, no duplicate dimensions. Here's our next one. This is where we have done the sin of dimensioning the hidden line. So here it is. Here's the hidden line. It has been dimensioned. No, no, no. Believe it or not, it would be much better over here. And if we go back to the correct drawing, it's here. We do not do the hidden lines. It's actually just seen better here. It's a better view to see it in. Now, this next one is kind of crazy, as you see, because the dimensions are inside of the object. That's no bueno. They have to be on the outside. This is good, but they're inside. No bueno. They should be on the outside. So as you see, life is good because all the measurements are outside. In this next one here, we have dimensions between adjacent views. It says the dimensions in red are on the outside border of the views. They should be in the adjacent views. Well, what the heck does that mean? What that means is ideally all of our measurements would be in between two of the drawings. Ideally, this is where they should be if we're going to have them. They should be in between two drawings. Problem is this one's on the outside. It should be over here. These are great. I have no problem with them. This 0.75 can stay, but the 0.5 and the 1 actually belong over here. These are great measurements down here. They just need to be up here. They need to be in between views. Okay? I know it's kind of goofy, but here we go. Voila, in between. in between, in between, in between, in between. That's what we're looking for. Our next issue is that we have extension lines crossing over. You do not put any of your lines. Matter of fact, they shouldn't touch. See, not touching there. But here, this red line is going all the way through to the other end. No bueno. On the bottom, coming all the way up. No bueno. Number one, they shouldn't touch. Number two, they shouldn't go through the object. So again, here's our picture of how it should look. Again, they don't touch. They're not going through the object. By the way, I could also argue, going back to this one here real quick, that the dimensions are on the bottom. That's no bueno. They should be up at the top. The next one that we're looking at here is this: extension lines crossing dimension lines. So here you go. This is the biggest measurement. Here's the second biggest, and here's the smallest. They're just in reverse order. You shouldn't cut into the big line. What I like to do is I like to make a really long line, and then up here would be 2. 1.5 really isn't in the wrong spot, and then 0.75 would be down here. We're going to look at that and see it right here in the correct, beautiful looking drawing. Same measurements, but biggest, next biggest, then the smallest. And that really is it in a nutshell. These are the dimensioning conventions or rules that we have. First thing you need to do is determine what dimensions you need to include. Make sure that they are necessary, they're not duplicate, and make sure that we don't dimension hidden lines. What we do want to add to our sketch is dimension lines outside of the box. They should be, when possible, in between views or in between drawings. Extension lines should not touch the object, nor should they go through the object. The bigger measurements should be farther away, and then as you get closer, you should have smaller measurements. And then finally, do not cross dimension lines or extension lines. I think that's what I was just deducing there. So these are the dimensioning conventions that we have. So hopefully, if you've got any questions, ask about it. But it takes a little time, but you guys will be pros before you know it. All right. Peace.